it's me, Danielle Danibuttons, and we are back today with part 3 of our coloring book collection. This part is basically all not color by numbers. So that's exciting. I have 43 books to show you today. Nope, 44 books to show you today. And I'll give you the rest of the stats at the end of the video. Some things to mention. One, same disclaimers as usual. Not every book I own is actually in my possession. So if you think you remember something and you're not seeing it, that could be why. And 2 is not actually a disclaimer, but more of an announcement. I forgot to mention that I plan on having a giveaway when I hit 3,000 subscribers. And as of filming, I'm at 2,940-ish. So that's exciting. It should be coming up soon. And if you are on the fence about whether you want to stick around, I very much recommend and welcome and think you should subscribe because I'm a fun time. So thank you so much for that. And we are going to get right into it. First up is actually one of my uncolored books. This is World of Wonders by Johanna Basford. Obviously, this is her newest book of the bunch, and I'm very excited to color in here, but I just have not gotten the chance to yet. Hopefully, I will in the month of May. There's so many cute pictures, and I really love, in this book specifically, how she has a lot of smaller images. So if you don't want to do a full page, you can definitely just go in and do some of the tiny little bits, like this fruit square. I'm about that life. So hopefully we'll be getting something done in there soon. Just not quite yet. Then I also have Johanna Basford's World of Flowers. This, if you saw my last video, is my final Johanna Basford book. I used to have more, but I unhauled them because her style doesn't necessarily match up with mine. But I really do like this one. So far, I have only done the nameplate page, though. I used my Holbeins to do this, and I just kept picking different Holbeins. I always tried to match the font, but sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. This one just, I like a lot of it. We'll see how quickly I color in it, because even though it shouldn't, it still intimidates me. Especially like Johanna Basford books, I see people be intimidated a lot. These are probably the easiest to access coloring books that exist out there. So please don't be afraid. Like, if you make a mistake, just re-gift this one to somebody else and get a new one for yourself. You know what I'm saying? But also, you don't even need to do that. If you make a mistake, just turn the page, you know? All right, next up is Fragile World by Kirby Rosanes. I have a few Kirby books that we're going through next, and I do have a double page here. So here is the page that I have done. This is his newest book, and I did this with watercolor paint. I love watercolor paint, especially in his book, which you're going to see in one of my next ones coming up. But there it is. This book is really gorgeous, and I'm sure you have seen it by now if this is not your first ColorTube video. So hopefully I will get more done in there coming up soon. Next, I have 2 that I have not yet colored in by Kirby. One is World Within World, which is the book that came out before Fragile World. I don't know why I haven't gotten to this. I just, at the time of getting it, hadn't been in the mood for more intricate pages. So I will hopefully get around to this soon. I don't love that his pages go so far deep into the crease because it's hard to get to, or unless you really split that spine, which I don't mind doing as long as the book doesn't fall apart. But I will get to that soon, I hope. And I also have Anamorphia, which I haven't colored anything in. This, I think, was his first, well, it's definitely his first book in the Morphia series. And I don't know why I haven't gotten to this. This one, he wants you to do some doodling on your own, and that's really not my thing. I definitely just got this on Book Outlet. So I have a link to Book Outlet down below. Book Outlet very frequently has his books on their website for super cheap prices, like $4 or $5. And if you use that coupon and you've never purchased before, you can get $10 off. So I figure I'll plug that while it makes sense. Finally, I have Mythomorphia, which is by far my favorite of his so far. I think I have 37 pages done in here. This is one of the very first coloring books I got when I restarted my adult coloring journey. I have used only watercolor paints in here, and yeah, I did a lot of it. So this is done to me. Obviously the background isn't completely filled in, but that's enough for me. And I really would love to finish this book one day. Just a lot of the pages I have left are the ones I'm scared to do. And I didn't worry about sealing anything, unfortunately. It doesn't really bother me. Every once in a while I'm like, oh man, that's sad. But so you can see some stuff rubs off. This is one of my favorite pages. This was actually my Facebook banner for a long time, even though I don't really share my coloring on my personal Facebook. I don't really Facebook at all anymore. I really love this one. A lot of fun. I did this double. I really like his art style for watercoloring because just all the extra line work kind of shows you where you should be putting darker paint. Obviously, you can do what you want, but it's almost an instructional for that. This was my first ever page in this book. And if you can tell, like, I put the darker blue where there's more lines. So it's like shading 101, I guess. I don't know. These guys. I like that in the back of the books, he has a list of what these things are. So if you don't know what kind of creature, you can kind of look it up and read about it. Also, this book has the hidden objects. I just completely ignore them. Completely. I'll just match it to whatever the surrounding is. Or not even paint it at all, apparently. So, I do not let that bother me. Plan on doing this like a water/ice dragon eventually. I do not like how this one came out. I was just trying to bring different colors because naturally you don't get a lot of pinks and purples. So, I don't know. It is not my favorite, but every page can't be your favorite. This one I thought was really cool. At this point, was a few years ago, so I wasn't as good yet. So I thought my gradient came out pretty nice. This one was a fan favorite back in the day. And these two, again, I just really wanted to get different colors in there, so I don't know if I love them, but this guy's fun. For all these clouds, I just colored in the line work. As you can also probably already see, this book is now very crunchy and thick, but that doesn't bother me because I've used it. It's fulfilling its purpose. I hate this thing because I do not like birds. There's a lot of bird-like fantastical creatures, unfortunately for me. Cyclops. The mermaids. I kind of wanted her to be Little Mermaid inspired, and then I kind of made him be Flounder with the yellow and blue. Was my thought at the time. And that's it for in here. So I definitely have some left. See how crinkly it is? If I don't like push it down. But you can always squish it back, but it's crinkly. It's nice. Then I have one page done in Nickelodeon The Splat. This has this bright orange color. And I love this, and there were a few more in this series that I wish I had gotten before they went out of stock. Specifically the SpongeBob one. If I could ever get my hands on the SpongeBob book, I would be very happy, but it's not sold anymore. So I actually did this on video too. I don't remember what video, but this is also watercolors. You'll definitely see that I default to watercolors a lot. It's just really easy for me to mix with them and get lots of colors out of little colors and things like that to color match the best I can. I don't know, I just really like it. And I did this for a video, so I always love to say that coloring books are really experience gifts and things like that, or experiences in themselves, and I can very vividly remember doing a lot of these pages, and I just think that's super cool. It's also cool though when I like turn to a page and I'm like, whoa, I had no idea I did that. So this is the Princess Bride As You Wish memorable quotes to color. There's actually a Princess Bride book that's just scenery, and this one's more focused towards quotes. And this is one of those books that I just let myself do what I want. And by that I mean this could potentially be a finished page, and I really just did the words. And guess what? With watercolor. And this one I didn't consider a finished page, but I just did the words. I did matte pink for most of it, and then a metallic pink for physically and brains. Don't know why. This I am considering done. If I ever go back and finish her, I would just do her grayscale anyway so that the background truly popped. But I did this page for my finishing up glitter gel pens video. So all of these, everything is glitter gel pens, and I just colored until it ran out. I think that's what happened for a lot of this. More metallic gel pen, not metallic, metallic paint, and this is more gel pen. My lemons. Why don't you give me a nice paper cut and pour lemon juice on it? Ha ha ha. So, and then I did have fun storming the castle. So I like to just have this book out if I ever just want like to do something and not necessarily worry about finishing it, because you don't have to finish everything. These are your books. Do what you want with them. Next is Fairy Shampoo. This is one of my most colored in books. Also, I think there's like 30 to 37 pages done. This was, again, probably my first book that restarted this journey for me. So let's go. I started from the beginning, so I didn't index card every one. But this is when I just had Prismacolors, and I colored each strand of hair. And originally I was just going in order. I love that one. It reminds me of citrus fruit. Let me center a little bit better. This is also when I would start going on Pinterest and getting color palettes to see what went together. So that was a lot of fun, and I ended up liking a lot of them because of that. Because obviously I was only picking color palettes I liked, so it made sense to like the finished pages. I don't have very much room next to me for my index cards. Excuse me, Roku remote. This one I do not like. I don't know what happened there. But, again, can't win them all. Love that one. Back in the day, I didn't know how to shade or anything, so I just, like, pressed lighter and then got darker. So I guess it is a form of shading, but I love this one, too. It was, like, my nature fire and ice type thing, and I used some silver / metallics in her eye and in the center of that. I love this color. I loved this book. I've said it many times before, but I'm going to say it again. Sometimes I have trouble coloring in crazy colors, and a book like this, obviously she doesn't have a shrimp for hair, so you can do whatever you want because it's already crazy. This one I went for a bunch of neons. This was definitely a color palette. I tried to shade. Fish. She's got fish hair. This was my Christmas themed, but I went for like a blue Christmas. More sea life. I would really love to finish this book one day. This I did for a video that I did black and white in one back when I first started my challenge cup. So I was just allowed to use black and white, shades of gray, and then my one color was that blue. Ooh, my belly just made a grumble, and I hope you didn't hear it. There's another one. This reminds me of the flowers from Alice in Wonderland when she's talking to the flowers that sing. So I just like outline these to make them look like clouds was my thought process. Another one. And finally, that pineapple. I worked on that pineapple for forever. That's that for now. Next, I have two uncolored books, unfortunately. So this first one is Dream Escapes. This is a Crayola book. So I don't know if they have artists in their book, or at least not somewhere I can see. But this is really cool, and it's almost like Kirby-esque with World Within Worlds. Let's see if I can flip a little bit. So it's very surrealist, and like things are melting, and animals are mashed up. So I haven't done any yet, but I'm looking forward to it. And another book I am dying to get to, Elizabeth, please, let's buddy color soon. Cinnamon Bun Dreams, comfort food coloring book. This book is so cute. It's just food. It's cute foods, and I want to color in here. And there's like different sections of the different types of foods. Cannolis, absolutely. And I just think this will be a lot of fun. Sorry, Sam messaged me. Let me answer him quick. Crazy, what the heck? He is getting a custom suit because we were going to a wedding and he just doesn't have a suit, and apparently it's cheaper to get custom. I don't know, but he was going to get basketball lining like the Miami Heat, but they only do NFL or NHL. And that's surprising. This is Mermaids in Paradise by Denise Clitt. And I did 2 in here. Guess what this was for? This was for a watercolor video. So I did this whole thing and showed you how I shade. And I love it, by the way. I thought this came out real good. And then this next one I did on my own. I don't know what happened here. I tried to use sprays like from scrapbooking, mists, and it went terribly wrong because I did the mermaid first and then tried to spray afterwards, and you can like see the post-its I put to cover her, and then it just got all over her anyway, and it was a mess. So let's not dwell on that. Next, I have Mermaid by Daisy Joy. This book is super cute, and I only have 2 done in here so far, so I will definitely be getting to this in May. First, I have this mermaid that I did for Season Swap. So this was fall colors on a mermaid. And then I have this cutie. I love her. I don't know. I just love these colors a lot. So there she is, and I used a lot of stickles all over that hopefully you're seeing. I need more Daisy Joy books. They're super cute. I have Animals in Love by Deborah Muller. I haven't gotten to this one yet, but I need to. And it just has a bunch of cute animals being cute. So this one I think would be great for split coloring because for the most part, the animals are pretty much on each side. So if you cut that down the middle, that would be a fun time. All right, now I have my Jade Summer collection, I think. This is Chibi Girls Horror Jade Summer. Unfortunately, this is not in Grayscale, and I'm pretty upset about it. Yeah, I don't love it, but I've done 2 in here. This one I did as a buddy color, and I don't understand what I did. I tried to like add funky textures and I don't know, shading. So this is one of my attempts, my first attempts. I don't do this very often, of doing marker base and then colored pencil on top. And I also did glossy accents for the mirror that I hope you're seeing. This second page I like more actually, and it is the piranhas. So this one's fun. I always love adding glitter to these type of pages. Next is everybody's favorite Chibi Girls Grayscale. This is the 2-in-1 version. I had this before they stopped making it, so that's why I have this version. That was my other disclaimer I forgot at the beginning, that I'm not going to be linking in this video, unfortunately. That would just take me 6.5 years, so I apologize for that. But let's go through these. This is actually essentially my second copy of these books because I had just volume 1, and then when this came out, I gave that away. So I had a few pages done in there that I now have to redo, which is no problem. But here's this one. Oh, I definitely had finished that in the first copy. This one I did for a Throwback Thursday video because it's the second time I did this one. And you can see the comparison. I thought that was fun. Almost all of these were buddy colors, which is super cool because a lot of people like this one. I did this on video during, I want to say, my 12-hour vlog. This I did while watching a football game. I'm a Giants fan, so these are Giants colors. We don't actually have cheerleaders, though. This was a buddy color with my friend Jenny, and I miss her videos. I added freckles. I think I actually added freckles after I took the pictures, so nobody would see it, because I wasn't sure if I would like it. I'm hoping you can see that there's some glitter on basically every single page. I wanted her to be like a German beer garden lady, and then I made her have orange juice. So I don't know what my plan was. Ooh, I love this one. I don't know why. It's just such a different image to see. This, I think, is a cat, but I made it look like Noodles because Noodles is black and has up ears. This was, I think, my most recent one that I finished. I've been going crazy with my white gel pens. Oh, I like that one too. I added glitter, like the same color glitter on marker. I did this one for a buddy color-a-thon. This matched my birthday outfit and my terrible birthday cake that I made. Oh, I did metallic eyes. That's striking. I don't know if it's good striking or not, but there we go. This was a buddy color too. They were basically all buddy colors, a lot of them at least. And I tried to do something different. So we had some purple hair on her. I am sorry, Samuel keeps messaging me. He's picking out his suit. It's so funny because I was going to go with him to get it or to pick it out. But we were like, if I was getting a dress, he wouldn't come with me and help pick the colors. So he should be able to pick on his own. And of course, he doesn't want to pick on his own. Anyway, next up is Kawaii Girls Grayscale 4-in-1. This came out this last year. And this is also, the Chibi Girls version is the same 4-in-1. I have done a few in here. This one I really love. Basically every picture but one I use stickles in, and that's just because the one I didn't was the first picture I did, so it's like a new tradition I'm gonna use stickles, but I love this. I tried to do just something different, and that's what came out. Yep, this is the one that I didn't do stickles. A lot of these are buddy colors too. These are just really popular to buddy color with. So if you're looking to up your buddy color game and find you don't really have many repeat books as other people, these might be good to start out with. I did this on video, didn't I? I want to say I did. I think I just did a St. Patrick's Day video with this one. I love how she came out. I love these jellyfish a lot. This is one, like this page was one of the reasons I wanted this whole book. And then I did one Christmas one. So this one actually doesn't have stickles either. It just has regular glitter gel pen. So I can't wait to get more done in there. It is Kawaii Girls Volume 1 and 2, Kawaii Horror and Kawaii Christmas. So then I have intricate patterns, and I also don't have anything done in here, so I hope to get something done soon. A lot of these are mandala-y, but not like, they're not very geometric. They're very detailed for sure. So, and mandala-y. Then I have cute witches grayscale, and I have a few done. And actually, I'm pretty sure every one I've done in here has also been a buddy color. So I did this one. This I have used a limited color palette, which was whatever Tau Trees hadn't yet dried up. This one, I don't remember when I did this, but I assume it was also in spring or summer when I was trying to not do fall colors. This one. I've seen a lot of people make this page a watermelon, and I think that's super creative. Also, I basically left them gray because I wanted it to look like gray uniforms. And this one, my most recent one. And again, I was going for spring color since it's currently spring when I colored it. I sat down, so I hope that you can see what I am doing. Next, I have Draw Tinsel, Cute Pets and Animals. I was sent this for review by Mr. Draw Tinsel, and I only have one done in here so far, but I'm potentially setting up a buddy color as we speak. So this is the one I finished, and it is a giraffe. I used Crayola Super Tips, I'm pretty sure. And it's obviously mosaic style, so it's really easy to use a watercolor, water-based markers in here because you really don't get too many streaks. The bigger spaces, you can kind of see it, but it almost looks like texture. So I like that a lot. Then I have Color Some Cuteness Teddy Bears by Black River Arts, and this is the super cutest book, and I need to do more in here. But so far, I have just done these cute little bears on a little bear picnic, and I love it. So I want to get through more of these soon. Look at how cute. Oh my gosh. There's a few different styles of bears, and they're just all really adorable. Then I have Fairies Grayscale. I hope you can see because I sat back down by Christine Karen, and these are super grayscale. And this is like a different paper. It's still Amazon printed, but it's like smoother, so it's interesting to work with. So I ended up using my Prismacolors in there and just kind of pressing really hard. I don't know. I'm not sure what I would use in here when I do my next page, but these images are just gorgeous. So I think there's 3 out in this series, and I'm too afraid of the paper, so I'm not going to buy any more just yet, but they're fun to look at for sure. Then I have Nice Little Town 4 by Tanya Bogomolova, and this Sam actually got me with points from work when he was working at his old job. I have no idea why this was an option. This is also actually a smoother paper than my other Nice Little Town books, so that's really interesting. I haven't done anything in here yet, though I really should. These are super cute little micey. Oh, it's like a shoe store. I love it. So I definitely need to get a move on in that book. This I got as a birthday gift. It is Miss Wa's Shades of Kawaii, a cute coloring book. I think there are 3 in this series, 3 volumes. And this is a shorter book. I did this in Prismacolors and just went for funky colors. I wanted this to be like a donut, his whole body. He's eating a donut. It's just super cute. It's a lot of repeating, or it's about half repeating icons and then half like scenes like that. So I'm real tempted by the other 2 volumes of this, but again, I need to work more on what we have. So next I have Whimsical World 4 by Molly Harrison. She has obviously a whole series. This is number 4. She also has a bind up that's like 100 pages, and these are super cute. And I actually did more in here than I thought. I did this as a buddy color and used glitter on my little ladybug girl, pastels for this pink, and then markers. This I did with entirely my Faber-Castell artist pens, and then a 3rd page that I completely forgot I did, but I kind of absolutely love. I did markers, and then I did my pastels for the moon and gel pens for accents, but I was trying to Disney bound this, so this is supposed to be Maleficent, and then this is Sleeping Beauty, because the make it pink, make it blue argument. So I kind of really love how this came out, and I think the clouds are a lot of fun with the pastels. So I was happy to find that page because I had no idea I did it. Now I have Winter Dreamlings by Edwina McNamee. I only have 1 done in here, and this was actually my first ever page with alcohol markers, and I think you can tell. So I had no idea what I was doing and how to make it not streaky, so I just kept making it worse and worse and worse. So I am super sorry for this little guy, but that's what it's looking like. I don't know, I just kept getting these lines, and I was like, I'll fix it by going over it, and then just kept making it darker, and it was rough. But I'm pretty sure there's a double in here somewhere. Yep, here's the double, and it's just white background instead. So maybe I can redeem him one day. But this is almost Christmassy, but I keep it with the regular books. This one I have a ton done in. Also, it is a Fadorable Sweet and Simple coloring book by Selena Fenich. I kind of use this as my medium tester, so I've done a lot of different things in here. This was a water-based marker of some sort. Oh. Then we have colored pencils. I do have a few colored pencils because that was my first medium. I'm pretty sure I did this with Inktense. So these are super crinkly, and it is a crinkly mess in here, but that's okay. Prismacolor pencils. This was actually Sam and I's first video together, I want to say. So he did that one and I did this one. I used Inktense, and this was a lot of fun. We filmed it so that we couldn't see each other, and I'm pretty sure this was like coloring with my fiance, so that was back in the day. This I used all metallic watercolors. I love the rainbow, but the rest of it is kind of extra. So it's a lot of fun though, but this rainbow is gorgeous. I was trying to use my Pentel Sparkle Pops, and then I felt really guilty at how quickly they were draining, so I just stopped. I love her a lot. She's one of my faves in here. And let's see, I used all metallic gel pens for this one. That took forever with those metallic. Those were the Pilot G2s. This I used water-based, and then the background I used my pastels. I forget. Also, are we about 16 minutes in? Because I need my sip of water, which has been a recurring theme if you've watched these collection videos. So there's that. And there are doubles in here too. So one day, maybe I'll do them all again. So there's that. Next up is Woodland Wonder by Jen Racine. And I have a few done in here. This is super cute. There's also 2 sets in here. It's the coziest forest animals. This I did for my Wacky World challenge video. So I very intentionally did things in unrealistic colors, and I love it. I think it is so bright and vibrant and a lot of fun, and it was fun to just like let go and be free, especially since there's doubles. I love this guy too. I don't know, I love the combos of these flowers. I don't know what they were, and I might never replicate it, but I loved it for this page. And then I did this one as a buddy color with Shaina. So super cute. So there, that's the kind of stuff you're going to find in here. Moose. Next is one of my newer books, my currently only Carla Magana book. This is Retro Deco, and I have 1 page done. And I used acrylic paint markers for a lot of this. I drew in the leopard myself, and yeah, not much to say. That's a fun one. It's got a lot of retro 80s vibes going on in this book and earlier, but the cover makes me think 80s. So now I have some Dover Spark books. This is Sea Life Designs by Dover Spark, and I have only 1 completed, but a few whips in here. This is one of the books that I have brought with me on cruises, and I just bring Crayola Twistables. I don't know why. This is a cruise book for me. I guess I'm like, ooh, I'm on the water and I'm coloring fish or something. I don't know. But this is my walrus and I love him. Is that a walrus or is it a seal? It feels like a walrus, but now I'm worried that I just made a mistake. So call me out if necessary. Oh, that's the walrus. So it was just a seal and I'm foolish. Look at that page. I can't. It's like the otters from Finding Dory. Then I have Puppy Love by Dover Spark. This one is Noelle Dahlin. This was actually Maggie Swanson. So I have 1 page done in here so far. And I did this for the Rainbow Challenge on my channel. And I just picked a whole rainbow of colors and then only used those colors. So I thought this was super cute. And I have Playful Animals, and I don't have anything done in here yet, but I really would like to get to a few of these. So this one I very much am leaving out, even though I was trying to avoid saying that I was leaving things out. Another new one that I don't have anything done is Totally 90s Coloring Book. I just saw this at Barnes & Noble and had to have it. Now you've seen I have like 2 other 90s books. There's more on my list. I'm obsessed with the 90s. I'm one of those girls. So it was just a simpler time, I guess, and I just love all of it. Last night, we actually watched Spice World, so that was exciting and fitting. Now I have Reptiloid's coloring book by, I remember not being able to say his name, Vasily Seiko. So this is a teeny tiny book that I haven't colored in yet, and I don't know why, but I very much am anticipating crazy colors in here. Because what are these guys? They can be whatever I want them to be. Now I have Mouse Guard by David Peterson. This is a coloring book based on a comic series or graphic novel series. I'm not sure the classification. And I have 1 done in here so far. And it was done with Inktense. And then some glossy accent on the eyeball and the bubbles. So this is like almost grayscale. It's very stylized and I like that style a lot, whatever that style may be. Okay, we're getting there. Next is Dreamlings by Edwina McNamee. Sorry that I didn't have them together, but I did this page in here and it was They're in Love. And it's so cute and I used a lot of glitter, as you can see. And I figured that like the pink and the blue would make the purple. That is Their Love. So that's that one. But her books have they're double images, but then the doubles are with black backgrounds, which is super cool and fun. And I tend to like the black backgrounds better, but it might just be laziness. I don't know. I can't admit or deny anything. Now I have Coco Wyo's Kawaii Animals. This book is so super cute, and I have one done in here so far, but look at how cute these little guys are. I love it. I cannot wait to do more. This is the one I have done so far. Did my light just change? I think it just got darker outside, so that was weird. But here it is. I did this for the bunny vlog that I did last month. Next up is Animal Town Coloring Book by Coloring Book Cafe. And I have one done in here finally. I did this for my Buddy Color Roundup for April. Here it is. Yes. I thought it came out cute. I was happy to finally have it done. This was a 6-month Buddy Color with my friend Toll. But these little guys just remind me of calico critters. And they're so cute. And I've never had calico critters, but I always want them because they're so cute. So, one day. Now I have 2 in this series. Time to Travel with Baby Sloth and Baby Dog. Unfortunately, I don't have anything done in Baby Dog just yet. But he goes all around the world. And I do have kind of a bunch done in Baby Sloth because I colored every single sloth the same color. Except, of course, I'm very upset and embarrassed. I flipped this one. And this was supposed to be the lighter brown and not the darker. So I'm very upset because every single sloth matches except that guy. But I actually finished this full page. And it's the cover image. And in my front yard, we actually have a lot of purple and yellow tulips. So that just worked out nicely. And one red tulip, it's very strange. I don't know where we got the red one from. I guess that's genetics for you. But next, this was very new to me, and I still haven't done a page. It is Tortured Tales by our own Heidi Hornsby. She has a channel here on YouTube, and you can watch her coloring videos. So I need to get into this, but it is very new. So I have a tiny excuse. I don't know. Hopefully this month. Super, like, spooky and a weird take on a lot of the fairy tales. Oh my goodness, they're hitting her down with a cannon. Yikes. So then we have the Modern Cottage collection by Jen Racine. I'm sorry I didn't put my Jen Racine books together. I'm realizing there's even one more coming. I can switch that order though. Okay. 40 pages. There are no doubles in here, and this is sort of a compilation from her other books. But there's some extras, I think. So here is the page that I have done. I saw this, I stopped everything I was doing and did it right away. And it's a lot of, like, very calm pages, if you can call it that. I love this food theme, relaxing stuff, just a lot of, like, folk art. It's Scandinavian art, but that's that one. So there's that page I was talking about. My last Jen Racine book as of now is actually not colored in by myself. It is Yummy Puns. It's all food puns. My friend Lydia has done, I think, 3 pages in here for me, but I haven't done any yet. But this is one of the ones I share. So she did that one in our Q&A and color best friends, and she did that one, and she did that one. So one day I will color in this book myself. So now I have Delicious Whimsy by Creative Haven, Jessica Mazurkowitz. I have 1 page finally done in here, and it is this one. And I did this for a video too. What video was that? Copy the cover. So I tried to do the exact colors that were on this cover image was my goal. I did okay. What do you think? Can you see them both at once? I think I did okay. So these are a lot of fun. And I think these would be great to color and then frame as kitchen art. I don't know. I like it. I need to do this lemon because I love citrus. So I need to do more in there. But for so far, I'm happy that I finally got one done. And then the final book for today's video is Lonely Planet Kids, the world's cutest animal coloring book. This is actually by Lulu Mayo. A lot of people don't know about this one. It's technically a kid's book, but who cares about that? And basically, it's a bunch of animals, and on one side is her version, and then the blank. And so far, I've done 2 pages, both of them for videos, and both of them I attempted to copy the other side. So this I actually did in a Patreon video. Did I do this? I think I did this in my live in April. So I think I did pretty good copying, except my blues are a different tone. But what can you do? And then I did this for coloring my nemesis. So if you ever want to know why I do not like birds, look up this video and you will probably understand a little bit better. So I love being able to copy the artist. And again, I think it works really well in watercolor, and especially in this book because it looks like that her versions are actually also colored in watercolor. So there's that. Let's see what we can look at while we wait. I'm going to put it back to my little squirrels. So in this section, that was 44 books, 13 of which are uncolored, which is not too bad. Most of the uncolored ones I've received in like the last 6 months. Obviously, I can still do better because a lot of those uncolored were probably gifts, and I really would love to be keeping up with any gifts I receive because I appreciate them so much. But 44 books. How many pages? 132 completed pages. This is probably my best ratio so far. I'm pretty proud of this number, but obviously the higher up on the shelves, the more I color in those books. So I'm very excited. The next part is going to be all of my color by number books and adjacent. So mandalas and one color books and all those things that I consider on the same tier of difficulty, I guess. I don't know why I do that, but that's how I classify in my head. And then again, the final part will be all of my favorites. So my favorite artists, Hannah Lynn, Erie, those kind of gals. So please stick around for more. Again, I am going to be doing a giveaway soon. Maybe even at the end of this series if everybody subscribes. So if you haven't, please subscribe down below. Comment anything you want to comment. Our word. What can our word be? How about tulip? Because I was talking about tulips in the other book. Tulips are coming up. Maybe that's tulip. I don't think it is. That's okay, though. I'll be back in 2 days with something different. No, I'll be back in 2 days with part 4. Not something different. I might have a review either right before this one or right after, but that doesn't count because this is like my regularly scheduled programming. You know. Anyway, like this video. Comment down below. Subscribe. I'm a fun time. Thank you so much for sticking it out to the end. Tulip. And I'll see you again soon. Bye, guys.